And we're back to our scene. So let's move those guys and set the water surface. Let's call this VS, and we can hide our ocean surface from this. Now, as I said, now we will work with the ship. So if you dive here, you can see that I apply some shader, some material to this ship. Just want to make it a little bit more brighter, so maybe not 1.1, maybe 0.55, and accept 17s, let's say 552. Okay, let's make it like gray a little bit. Just with tiny, maybe metal, 60, something like that. All right, decrease the roughness a little bit. With metallic, we can use even a bigger amount. And the thing is, with the less reflectivity, I will render out some different passes like reflection, and we can reduce reflection if you want to on compositing stage. So that's all what I want to apply here. And another thing I want to do is apply some texture with the reflectivity. I have the texture, I just need to find this texture. Let me see, where is it? I just copy that, the dirt. So this should be somewhere here. You find, not you, dirt. So sorry. In After Effects, I create a simple noise pattern with the black and white places to apply this texture, I call it dirt, to all my ship. And in fact, it will create some less or more reflective elements, because it's very strange when we have damage on a ship, so it's thin and it's very pure, very shiny, without any kind of damage or smoke, places, fire, something like that. So I apply this texture. And if you look from the smoke, let me just turn on the smoke visualization. So go to Fire Cache, apply this, turn this on. Let me see, I just add a null, so turn on the smoke. Turn loading, and I want to see what parts of the ship I will see behind the smoke. So turn on the ship too. You can see some holes here. Okay. And let's look from camera. So main cam. Come on. So we have this area. And come on, and this area. So I have the textures for this ship, but they apply to different, part of the ship. And I don't want to waste the time for applying all those textures and materials for all parts, but I want to select just some of those. Let's go to the ship and this is render. Definitely need to turn off my visibility for the smoke. And come on, make it faster. Okay, so hide other objects. We just work with the ship. And I want to select this, the nose or the deck, hull, I know how to call this. So with the selection primitives, I want to enable group of connection primitives. Now you can see that I select this area, and press delete. So we have a blast, and we delete a bow shape, I'd call it, the bow shape, which which is nice. And I want to choose delete non-selected. So now we have something like a nose for my ship. And I want to apply material for this bow shape. I know where is the texture. So all what I want to do, I want to create another principal shader. Go to material tab. And let's call this, so this is my ship. So it's like an override material for all those elements except of some of those. So let's call this not a noise, nose. And for the nose, what I want to do, let me just find my textures. So for the surface, as I did, I will decrease the roughness, and I set metallic and reflectivity in a very low level, like 0.1, 0.1. And for the base color, go to the textures, and I use the texture. Let me copy that. So apply this JPEG. And let's go back to objects and apply, forget to disable my file cache. Come on, because always, each time when I go to the object level, I don't want to see this smoke. It's looking nice, but I don't want to spend a lot of time on this. So I disable that, and go to the ship and apply material for this part of the ship. So let's select, it's a bow shape, and select my nose. Come on. Okay, accept, and guess this works. Now we can see it's applied correctly. We have some wood on a deck, metal stuff, no waterline, all's fine. And we have some extra stuff for the reflection. So go to reflectivity and apply the texture for reflectivity. That's all what we need to do. All right, so we can do the same with metallic, add the same texture. So I will do the same stuff for another part of the ship. And you can see that I'm going to the object, and even if I turn off the file cache, it takes some time for getting something, I don't know what. For this reason, I enable the display for the null object. So now when I go to object level and I want to drag my drag any frame here, so it's pretty fast update, create a fast update. So the same thing with this blast node. I want to keep, I want to remove this part of the ship. So what I want to do is copy this blast and paste it here just with delete non-selected. So basically I leave this part of the ship for rendering here, and I will merge those guys here and here. So, and I can apply like material here, copy from this, so X, Control X, and for all those guys, I apply material for the left, what is left for my ship. And I'm gonna do the same stuff here for this part of the ship, which you can see through the smoke. Actually, we have like a hole in the smoke. Come on. And delete non-selected. Deck house shape. Yeah, something like that. And I want to find where you are. Yeah, mid front, deck house shape, I have it. So I copied this material node over here and go to materials, make a copy. Let's call this middle, something like that. And for the middle, I have textures too. So with the same setup, and go to textures and apply another texture from here and another texture for metallic. Okay, so get back to my ship and I apply my middle. Here, okay, so up, not you, right? Yeah, and remove this. Okay, so I add some dirty mask to this shape and you can see it's looking differently. It's not very clean, not very clean. And let's cut the same from here so we don't have this middle area too, and I put this again here. So in the final we have all our parts. Okay, some of those with texture, some of those without. We can do the same with the guns or with these areas, but I guess it will be enough for me. Go to the out. I want to copy ways water surface. Let's call it ship. And with some objects, I remove this interior. Control C for this, Control V, because I definitely need to, actually ocean surface, I want to apply as a force mate object. Ship is my permanent object, which is force object. So this ship is a forced object. Force mate is the water surface. I want to cut elements of the ship which is under the water. And the fire cache is a forced phantom. All those lines, lights. And yeah, that's what I should have for my ship. I'm gonna leave all those extra image planes, I guess, for like a reflection. I don't know, there's no refract, in fact, so we can remove this. There's no refraction. Just diffuse and reflect. Some metallic stuff. All right, an object. Last thing I want to change. Yes. So call the ship and let's save it again. Current frame, and now we will go to compositing and we will see how where we can apply some extra elements for this theme.